This is a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the Oklahoma Sports Network's consent is prohibited. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be used.
Hello and welcome everybody back to the Titan Classic on the Oklahoma Sports Network, the fourth and final game of day 2 here of Carl Albert's home tournament. Josh Calloway, Jordan Ray. Jordan, we just had an epic semifinal a moment ago with, I'm blanking on who I just called the game.
Evan Memorial and Sand Springs.
Evan Memorial, Sand Springs. Sand Springs beat Evan Memorial in overtime. It was a great game. Now we got another one brewing here with Carl Albert and Westmoore. Excited to get this one going. We'll break this game down in just a second, but let's first get the lineups in there presented by Dynamic Health Clinic. At Dynamic Health Clinic, Dr. Kaufman specializes in athletic injuries and is able to get athletes back in action very quickly using a system called Advanced Muscle Integration. Play better, recover faster. At Dynamic Health Clinic, first for the Westmoore Jaguars, number 1 is Blythe Crawley. Number 3, Trinity Humphrey. Number 2 is Nicolette Langens. Number 21, Kaya Prestridge. And number 23 is Dee Frost. The Jaguars are coached by Kiara Lang. And then the hometown team, the Carl Albert Lady Titans. Number 11 is Evie Mitchell. Number 15, Jakari Brown. Number 20, Essence Curry. Number 23, Audrey Plunkett. And number 24, Asha Moore. Rounding it out, and their coach, of course, Kyle Ritchie. The Titans in their home tournament taking on the Westmoore Jaguars. Jordan, like we said, going to be a great game here. We had a fantastic first semifinal. Hoping for another great one here. Your thoughts,
right.
Keys? What stands out when you look at this matchup on paper, at least?
You can't be disappointed with how these games have gone here. So for Carl Albert, of course, they're going to be without Skylar Anderson. So Evie Mitchell, who I had on the show, the show at Buffalo Wild Wings, the coaches show this past Wednesday, she's going to be the man. She's going to be the one starting for her. They lose a lot with Skylar Anderson because her energy is unbelievable, how relentless she runs up and down the court and just is able to play all around the basketball because of that. Mm-hmm. Just tremendous. Evie Mitchell, very good hustle player. Doesn't have the size of Skylar Anderson, but she also can really win with energy, so we'll see how she does.
Westmoore in the gray uniforms with the red numbers and letters. They win the tip. Carl Albert wearing red on their home floor with the black letters and numbers. Jaguars are going right to left from our vantage point here, just above the court at Carl Albert Titan Fieldhouse. We're glad you're with us. The final game of day 2 of the 2024 Titan Classic, winner to face Sand Springs in the title game tomorrow. First 3 ball doesn't go. Took a ricochet right off the face there, it looked like, of Asha Moore. And now we have whistles here after the shot.
I think we actually have one other starter that we missed.
Yeah, Carl's got Laney Moore
in place of Jakari Brown.
Yeah.
So they're going to go with a bigger lineup here.
Yeah, the senior Laney Moore cracking the starting 5. So the foul here was on Moore, by the way, Laney Moore, I should specify.
I got
2 Moores. And it sends for the Jaguars Kaya Prestridge to the free throw line, and she hits the first one to get Westmoore on the board first. And Laney Moore comes right out, by the way, on that break.
Yeah, it's an interesting decision there to start her, then quickly bring her out.
And Jakari Brown, who we said starting, came in to replace
Now we got
her.
the starting lineups right.
Yeah, there you go. 2-0 Jaguars after that first possession, and the Titans have it for the first time. Carl Albert, nice win yesterday over Bishop McGuinness. A big comeback as the three ball doesn't go. You had the call of that game. Titans looked like they were toast on their home tournament. Big rally to get to this point.
Down by 19 in the third quarter. And they went from being down 19 to, I think they got tied from middle third to fourth quarters when they made a big run. Asha Moore was the main reason why she was our player of the game for that game. Made a lot of hustle plays, made a lot of threes too.
Westmoore, meanwhile, took care of Putnam City Original in their game. It was a very competitive game, but they pulled away a little bit toward the end. Turnover here. The Jaguars have it back, leading by 2. This is D. Frost with the basketball. Name will say a lot today.
Moore made a great pass, and Plunkett's got to catch that. And Carl Albert's fortunate there's a turnover there because Westmoore had a bit of an advantage when they reversed the ball to Humphrey there. And Carl Albert was rotating over. That was going to be a good scoring opportunity for Westmoore, but they get called for a travel. Big key for Carl Albert in this game is how they defend Kaya Prestridge. She was our player of the game in their win against Putnam City. She's 6'1", very talented. She can play inside and out really well.
Three ball on the wing here doesn't fall for Brown. Rebound, though, is ripped down by Asha Moore. Buys the Titans a second opportunity.
That is a typical Asha Moore rebound. She gets rebounds other players don't.
Plunkett feeds it back to Moore at the top. Now Curry with it. Crossover move. Hands it off to Brown. Pass here to Mitchell. Takes a long 2. Side of the rim, no good. Rebound, though, is on the floor. Picked up by Plunkett. And then she's hit and fouled. We'll head to the free throw line. Because it's a quick chance, want to make sure we get it in. Thank our first quarter sponsor, which is Casa Juanito. Casa Juanito, a quick service restaurant offering fresh and flavorful fiesta meals in Del City, Oklahoma since 1976. Located at 4718 Southeast 29th Street in Del City. First free throw is good for Plunkett, makes it 2-1.
Early Combs, and she was really good. Abigail Combs, I thought she was easily one of the 5 best players, even though she didn't start yesterday against Putnam City.
I understand this can probably be a bit of a confusing game on the jerseys if you're tuning in. Carl Albert's in red. I want to reiterate that. Westmoore in the gray.
And Carl Albert has gray uniforms.
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure Westmoore has red, although I haven't seen them. I think they rotate between gray, and they have a black uniform, too, that we might see tomorrow.
Lots of options. Shot doesn't go for the Jaguars. It's a left-hand attempt. I think that was Frost that didn't get to fall. And we're tied up, stay tied at 2, I should say. Pass deflected out of bounds here by the Jaguars' Langens. It'll stay at this end with the Titans. Winner here will see Sand Springs, like we said, in the championship game tomorrow. They beat Ed Memorial on this floor just before. A little bit of a mild upset. I mean, they beat them once before. They're the lower-seeded team in this tournament in overtime. It was a great game. So Sand Springs awaits the winner here. Loser will face Ed Memorial in the third-place game tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Moore underneath the Plunkett on the elbow. Kick out Curry, open 3 on the wing. Back iron, no. High rebound is eventually pulled in by Westmoore. Looked like that was Combs, number 5, who just came in who got it. And they have it back going the other way. Prestridge with it, spins on her defender. Up and under move, a lot of contact here, can't finish it. But some good body collision there between her and Plunkett will send her to the line.
It's like Carl Albert switched to a man, and if they go man, I'd like to see Plunkett or Asha Moore defend Prestridge. I think she will, if she's being guarded by Curry or Brown or Mitchell, she will be successful if she uses her size to get inside, and like she did on there to get to the free throw line.
First free throw good for Prestridge, puts Westmoore back ahead by 1. Second one also good, so Westmoore takes a 4-2 lead, just a hair under 3 minutes in to this girls semifinal number 2, final game of day 2, the 2024 Titan Classic. Mitchell underneath to Moore, kicks out to Plunkett, round the horn, Curry, now Brown open 3, front of the rim, no, rebound pulled in by Prestridge, who's been kind of everywhere in the first few minutes. Here's Crawley in the corner. Lyons. Pass almost stolen there by Mitchell, but hung onto by Frost. Prestridge rips it around. Open three for Crawley. Side of the rim, no good. Rebound loose and eventually pulled in by Plunkett. Titans start to break the other way, almost and over and back. That was really close.
Well, you can't see the line right there. That can be a disadvantage if you're not careful.
Running shot doesn't go for Curry. Prestridge, meanwhile, just has it poked away. Mitchell was on her, and then she tripped up Brown. That's a good foul, though. I mean, Brown was going to have an all-alone layup.
It's a good foul now, but she's the player that you don't want to see in foul trouble.
Good point.
She's only a sophomore. I've raved about her talent. She will commit some bad turnovers once in a while, too.
So the first foul on Prestridge, 13 fouls. They have only one more to give with still a little over half the quarter. Curry for three, back iron no, rimmed out. And the Jaguars get it back, still leading by a deuce, 4-2, still very early here in this one. Prestridge off a screen, pass deflected, and it's picked up by Plunkett. Start the break for the Titans. Lost her dribble for a moment, but got it back. Now she'll pull for a long two, hand in her face, might have disrupted that shot. And then Moore comes in and gets into the back of Langens a bit there and commits a foul.
That's when if you're Plunkett, you want a spin move or some way to, your guy defender right in your path. They're trying to draw a charge, so try to see if you can, maybe cross her over or find a way to get to the paint. But a contested jumper at that spot, not really an ideal jump shot for most players.
First foul on Moore, but Titans force a turnover here and get it right back. Moore firing the shot, doesn't go, and now that's a bad foul by Curry, kind of reaching through the back of Westmoore's Cassidy Gomez. That's the fourth foul on the Titans. So with 3:31 to play here, Westmoore's going to be in the bonus the rest of the way in this first quarter.
Right now, Carl Albert, you remember from last year, they had good three-point shooting with their seniors. They don't really have that right now. They still look for their shot a lot, but they go through droughts because of that.
Here's Frost into the rim through some contact, and that's an offensive foul. So D. Frost runs through Curry, gets hit with the charge, and that's her first and the 14th foul now on Westmoore. So with 3:22 to play in the first quarter, both teams have already reached the bonus. The rest of the score right now, so you'll take some trips to the line if you can get them.
And D. Frost had foul trouble for Westmoore, and now there's the fifth foul on Westmoore.
Yep. Mitchell got bumped, and she'll head to the free throw line and can tie this game up. First foul charged to Combs, number 5.
That was a good job by Curry on the other end to draw that charge. She'll be aggressive on the ball, and so she needs to stay out of foul trouble because she can't help but not be aggressive on the ball when she's on defense. Took a gamble there to step in. It worked. She drew the charge, and now her team's within one.
First free throw good for Mitchell. Like you said, pulls them within one, 4-3. Can tie it up here.
Abby Mitchell with a big chance here with Skylar Anderson hurt to really get some extended minutes. Could really help them in the future. They got a big game district-wise Tuesday against Del Reno. And we don't know if they'll have Skylar Anderson for that game.
Still trailing by 1 after the missed free throw there, and the Jaguars add to it as Combs comes across the lane. Little right-hand push shot goes down. Jaguars lead it by 3, 6-3.
That's what Combs can do. She can score in a multitude of ways.
Mitchell to Curry to Moore. Now finds Brown. Good ball movement. Brown floater up the back iron. No. Rebound skied for him. Pulled in by Crawley. And now another bad foul. That's the fifth on the Titans. So however many feet, 90 or so away from the basket, Crawley's going to go shoot some free throws.
Probably the worst foul we've seen yet because that's Plunkett's second foul. Yeah. We got 2:33 to go in the quarter. And your fouls, now you get to the 5 foul mark, so you're fouling a team 90-plus feet away from their basket, and now they get 2 free throws. They don't even have to do anything on offense.
So 2 free throws for Blythe Crawley, a 5'8" junior shooting guard for Coach Lang and the Jaguars. Missed the first one.
On the other hand, if she misses both, it's not a bad foul, not as bad.
Plunkett will come out with those 2 fouls. Laney Moore replaces her on the floor.
But Carl Albert has had scoring issues. They got a lot of good players, especially in their starting lineup. Almost turned it over there. I think they
They did, yeah.
Yeah.
After the missed free throw. So an 0 for 2 free throw trip, but Moore.
Now that's Laney Moore who turned it over. Now, what if he had Plunkett there? I don't know if Plunkett, maybe she would have fell down, but
yeah.
maybe not. So that's why you hate to take her out of the game so early.
Open 3 in the corner for Frost. Back iron, no. Laney Moore able to pull down that rebound. So the Titans get it back. Trailing by 3 on their home floor. First quarter of this semifinal in the Titan Classic. Winner to see Sand Springs tomorrow in the championship game.
How is Carl Albert going to score? Who can get him shots, makeable shots? They just don't have the offensive firepower, the shot creator that you like to have in this situation.
Curry for 3 on the wing. Airballed it long. Bounced off the foot there, looked like maybe of Moore. Ends up in the hands of the Jaguars, and they start the break. Here's Cassidy Gomez down the floor. Bad pass. It's intercepted by Curry. Good anticipation by the Titans there to get the turnover. Curry all the way to the rim, meanwhile, can't finish. Went coast to coast, but not able to put it in. Bit of an ill-advised save, though, by Combs. Threw it back in the court, and it was intercepted. Titans end up getting it back. Mitchell now for 3. Airballs it long. So some ugly-looking 3 balls here for the Titans. And Westmoore has it back, leading by 3.
Goes back to what I said. They don't have the efficient three-point shooting this season compared to the last couple years.
Crawley for 3, side of the rim, no good. Nice high-point rebound by Curry. Titans have it back in this very low-scoring defensive opening quarter. Curry checking with Coach Ritchie on the sideline. Final minute of the opening frame. Mitchell with it. Bounce pass to Brown at the top. Gives it right back to her. Underneath to Laney Moore. Good positioning. Oh, and a block by Combs. Just devoured that shot. Jaguars get it back, but Crawley's having a hard time getting it up the floor. And probably a smart timeout stuck in there by Coach Lang as that possession was going nowhere fast. So with 44.4 seconds to play in the quarter, we got a timeout on the floor. Just 30-seconder, so we'll stick here. Remind you that we'll have the full day of action again tomorrow for day 3 of the Titan Classic. It's been a great tournament so far, Jordan. A lot of really competitive games, and hope for more of the same, obviously, here and then tomorrow.
Yeah, and then we want to mention and we appreciate Casa Anita for sponsoring this first quarter.
Yeah.
Located in Del City. Great Mexican food restaurant. And, yeah, we got another competitive game here. This is why Carl Albert was in trouble against Bishop McGuinness. They had trouble scoring the ball. When they are at their best, they're able to score in transition. Westmoore has not allowed them to have much transition opportunities, and that's why they have the 6-3 advantage right now. And both teams with key players out at the moment. Prestridge is not out there for Westmoore, and then Plunkett not out there right now for Carl Albert. She's in foul trouble. We'll see how long she stays out.
So Titans have the basketball back. 40 seconds to play in the quarter, down 6-3. Or excuse me, the Jaguars have the basketball here. I got confused on the uniforms a little bit there. Tripped me up. Shot in the corner here. Air ball long by Langens. Titans do get it back now, down 3. Final half minute of the first quarter. Curry between the legs dribble, feeds off to Brown. Now Aja Moore's got it. Spin move, trying to get some room. Feed over to Brown. Nice pass underneath to Moore, but she couldn't finish it. It was a great find, but Laney Moore not able to put it in the cup. Jaguars have it back up by 3. Langens will take the deep shot, comes up short. Moore the rebound. Titans still have time. 5 seconds to try and get a shot off. Brown hands it off to Curry. 3 ball at the buzzer. This will count. Comes up short. And that'll end a very kind of ugly offensive opening quarter. After 1, it's Westmoore 6, Carl Albert 3. Second quarter on the way in the Titan Classic semifinals on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Have you ever seen an insurance commercial and asked yourself, are they really telling me the truth? Well, guess what? They're not.
Somebody runs a red light, and you think all of a sudden their insurance company's going to be all neighborly about it? Insurance companies aren't in the business of saving you money. They're in the business of keeping your money.
So remember, save our number in your phone so when tragedy strikes,
Call Rob and Will.
Sports is our middle name. We are the Oklahoma Sports Network.
All right, back at the Titan Classic. Josh Calloway, Jordan Ray on Friday afternoon. The Carl Albert Lady Titans, the Westmoore Lady Jaguars. Winner here will face Sand Springs tomorrow in the title game. Make sure we thank our second quarter sponsors. We get back to action. Buffalo Wild Wings, 5500 Tinker Diagonal in Del City. Come to Buffalo Wild Wings. Support your favorite Mid-Del winter sports team. Download the team card on your phone. Show your waiter, and your team will get 10% of the proceeds. Of course, that includes these Carl Albert Lady Titans right here. So hit the Oklahoma Sports Network Facebook page, get the card, and then hit B-Dubs. Missed shot there for the Titans, and the Jaguars have it back, but Aja Moore picks the pocket of Prestridge and puts it home through some contact. Nice play by Moore.
She just has a knack for being at the right place at the right time.
So make it 6-5, breaks up an offensive scoring drought there for the Titans. Where does Westmoore go for some offense? Frost to the rim, left-hand shot. Ooh, that was nice. D. Frost, good tough finish right back, pushes the lead back out to 3.
I love that name. First name D, last name Frost.
Just rolls off the tongue.
Yes.
Titans have it back in a turnover. Prestridge read that perfectly, got the interception. That's a travel.
That's one where she started walking the other way before the whistle even blew.
Didn't need to wait for the call.
I'm sure refs love it when it's that easy. Well, for Carl Albert, how are they going to score against the zone? You know, the basket Aja Moore got, as impressive as it was not against the zone. So you can't count on those plays happening that often. What are they going to do against the zone here?
6:47 to play until halftime. 8-5 Westmoore. Mitchell on the wing to the top with Curry. Back to Mitchell. She's kind of playing catch. Rocket pass underneath. This is Rushi just into the game. Shelby Rushi, the 5'8 senior, just subbed in, number 33.
They're patient right now. This is good. What you really like to have is some angle where you could have a cutter slicing through and getting an easy layup.
Extended possession here for the Titans. Moore, rocket pass to Mitchell. Curry thought about it for a moment, it seemed like, but she'll give it up. Pass deflected and a turnover, so that nearly minute-long possession ends without a shot. As Prestridge gets it off the deflection, Jaguars have it back going the other way, up by 3. Frost guarded by Curry. This is an open look for Jada Bradford just into the game. Missed that shot.
You know, she did not play yesterday. It's an interesting sub there. Nice pass.
Nice pass underneath. And an underneath layup for Rushi off a great feed from Moore. That was a nice up and now a turnover off the inbound. Jakari Brown lays it in. The Titans suddenly have the lead. A quick sequence there. They went from 5 points to 9 points in the blink of an eye. And with 5:24 to play till halftime, the Titans have got their first lead.
I lost track of who has what with that. That was a crazy sequence there, but that's when Carl Albert starts to score points, when they can force turnovers. And they are relentless at forcing turnovers. I'm adjusting the score right now, but I think the key was it's set up when Shelby Roosh made the reverse layup there. And that player along the baseline will sometimes slide open for Carl Albert. Laney Moore couldn't make that layup. Rushi, I think that's how you pronounce it, made a more contested layup, and that enabled Carl Albert to set up some pressure there.
So a nice sequence for the Titans. Have been trailing pretty much this entire first half. They now suddenly have a 9-8 lead with 5:18 to play until halftime.
Well, I mentioned Carl Albert struggles from 3. So is Westmoore. They have not hit jump shots either.
Nice feed from Crawley to Combs, but you couldn't hit the shot. Titans get the rebound and start the break. Here's Curry in the corner. Open 3 for Brown. It's Jacqueline Brown, I should specify. Didn't fall, and the Jaguars have it back. Prestridge going down the floor. Feeds in the corner. Open look for Frost. Oh, boy, that's as much of us as I've seen a ball be down and not go in as it rolls out. So Titans catch a little bit of a break there, and they cling to their 1-point lead.
It's a really good pass by Prestridge. I mean, she can run point for you.
Long pass, and Frost read it all the way. Fast break, easy lay-in for D. Frost. And Westmoore's back ahead by 1.
Of course, she can run point too.
That was like a safety baiting a quarterback into a bad throw. She was all over that on that long pass. So 4:26 to play until halftime. It's 10-9 Westmoore.
You know, they're using up all their 30-second timeouts
no
here.
Kidding. No kidding.
Jaguars have already used 2, so their remaining timeouts are full timeouts. And Carl Albert has just used their first. Coach Ritchie, I don't know, to call a timeout so quickly, he has to be disappointed with something on offense, I think, as far as how that turnover took place. And, of course, you got to be careful about Dee Frost. She is quick. She will try to sneak up on you.
Semifinal number 2 in the Titan Classic. Had a great first semifinal. Sand Springs knocking Ed Memorial off in overtime. This one early on has a similar kind of vibe, very back and forth beginnings to this one, first quarter and a half. Curry with it. Guarded by Crawley. Hands it off to Jakari Brown. Now Mitchell as we hit the midway point of the second quarter. Curry backing down her defender, feeds it back out to Mitchell. Another possession here where the Titans they're taking their time. They're not going to be rushed. No reason to be.
If they can't take their time, you can take a long time against the zone if you want to.
Underneath to Moore, good find. Feeds off to Mitchell for a long 2. Got it. Good ball movement. Got Mitchell a pretty nice open look, and she hits it. And the Titans are back ahead by 1.
Best play from Lainey Moore. She got in the post instead of turning to shoot because she has had a couple issues with that. She makes the quick pass to an open teammate.
That was a nice pass right there from Prestridge to the cutting Combs, who's able to finish through some contact. And Westmore is back ahead by 1. Back and forth we go here.
Well, yeah, I'd really like to see Crowder put one of their taller athletes on her, but both Oshamore and Plunkett are out right now.
As you say that, Moore heads to the scores table, so she'll be checking back in at the next opportunity.
Just a quick rest. You don't keep her out for very long. But I don't know if she's going to guard pressures. I don't know how they're going to handle her. She is a load when she is going towards the basket.
That's a 5-second call. Wow. I'll tell you what, I mean, there are a lot of games last few years on OSN. I don't see 5-second calls that often. This tournament the last couple of days, I've seen multiple in every game I've done.
Well, I know that was a big point of emphasis when I was an assistant coach at Midwest City. The head coach, Dwayne Bradley, he wanted his defenders to try to force that 5 count as often as they could.
Pass underneath, kind of shoe-shined there. Humphrey. And it's just turnover. Titans get it back. Jakari Brown down the floor. Floater shot doesn't go. Nice rebound pulled in by Frost. And Westmore's got it going back to the way. Left-hand pass to Humphrey. She'll step back, take a long 2. Side of the rim, no good. Curry goes up and gets the rebound. Essence Curry kind of stockpiling the rebounds in this first half, especially for a guard. Oh, Moore almost lost it. Got it one more to another and then got it right back. Nice pass to Jakari Brown. The floater doesn't roll off, though. That was a great find. Threaded the needle.
Well, the problem, Carl Albert, is their guards, Curry and Brown, just cannot finish. They're not hitting threes, and they when they attack the basket or slide open there, they were having trouble putting the ball in the basket.
So it looks like Ruschi is going to come back in for Carl Albert, going to replace Curry as the Jaguars hang on to a 1-point lead and they have the basketball as we hit the final 2 minutes of this first half. Frost goes with her left hand, feeds it off. Good ball movement, ends up with Prestridge. Bradford sets a screen for her. She'll fire the 3 ball in the wing, doesn't go. Rebound knocked out. Ends up in the hands of Brown. She'll start the break for the Titans. Hand off Mitchell. Top to Oshamore. She'll fire from 3. Clackums. That's our first Bobby Lewis Insurance 3-pointer. Surprisingly great rates with 2 locations to serve in Choctaw at 405-281-6700 and in Del City at 405-670-3665. Puts the Titans ahead by 2. That was a nice shot by Moore.
That was a big part of their comeback, too. She kept Carl Albert in that game against McGinnis thanks to 3-point shooting. A quiet day from Trinity Humphrey, by the way, of Westmoore. Another talented, taller player. She's in that 6-foot range. Really good guard. Doesn't look for a shot as much as other players, but she's coming out the game right now. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Yep.
Westmoore tried to set an elevator screen, and they couldn't close out Brown very well, so Jakari Brown draws that charge.
So a turnover there. First foul charged to Langens. That's also the first foul period at all in the second quarter, which is kind of amazing.
Yeah. And the first appearance for Cameron Sutton, little sister Kinley Sutton, a freshman. Maybe she can help him with some shooting if she has any of her sister's DNA, which obviously she does.
And she got the basketball here on the elbow. Feeds off to Moore in the corner. Hit that three a second ago. She'll fire a long two here. That won't go. Prestridge another rebound as we're under a minute now to play until halftime. But fortunate turnover there. Poking that loose was Rushi. Feeds off to Brown for three. Rims off. Mitchell, though, the rebound. Another opportunity. Brown, Mitchell long two. Side of the rim no good. Moore the rebound. Stick back won't go, but a foul. So Carl Albert just gobbling up offensive rebounds here, and it's going to get them a trip to the free throw line.
That's how they stay in games. They get steals, not off a make always, but sometimes off a miss when you don't really have a chance to set up a press, but they just stay with their players. Sometimes that can lead to bad fouls, but Carl Albert has no fouls this quarter, so not a problem right now. You can be aggressive when that happens, and you can make defensive gambles, and that led to the steal and then the offensive rebounds.
Second foul called on Combs. She comes out. Humphrey replaced her. Also into the game now for Albert is number 21, Malia Hatchett. Freshman.
We know who she's related to.
Yes. Mr. Lenny Hatchett, I do believe.
And that's the one Mid-Dell team that's not playing this weekend is the Dell City Boys, so I'm sure Coach Hatchett's here somewhere.
Got a
It's
whistle
like a
here.
foul on the floor. Carl Albert has fouls to give as long as it's not one of the players in foul trouble. And that's Asha Moore, so she has two. You don't want her to commit any more. She might be coming out right now because of that. Yep.
Who do you think Malia Hatchett roots for in those Carl Albert Dell City boys games?
I think I asked Coach Hatchett that. I don't know if it was on the air, but she said it better be us. He said it better be us.
She's happy either way. Turnover force here by Curry. So 20 seconds left. The Titans have the ball. They can hold for the final shot if they want and take a lead into halftime. Hadn't always been pretty, but if you're Carl Albert, you got to feel okay about a three-point lead at least. See if they can add to it. Curry hits his Hatchet. Almost lost it. Brown is poked loose. And now a lot of contact here.
Not a bad foul, though.
I'm saying this doesn't really hurt you, though, if you're Westmoore.
So few fouls. That's amazing how few fouls there are this quarter. But you know what? That's heads-up coaching. I would think that's coaching or just maybe player awareness by Westmoore. Once the freshman Hatchet touched the ball, they ratchet up the pressure. They're like, okay, a freshman's coming in who doesn't normally play. Let's go get her.
Curry feeds it over to Rushi, who fires the three. It might have been partially blocked, not sure. Either way, it comes up well short, and that's the end of the first half. Very low-scoring, physical. Like you said, not a ton of fouls, especially in that second quarter, but at the end of two quarters, it's 15-12, so obviously a competitive game. We'll find out where we go from here. So we'll take a timeout. Go ahead. Do you have a final thought?
I'd say this is I've been very critical of Carl Albert on offense, especially the first quarter. But this is the type of game that they win. They can win ugly if they need to, and that's what they end up doing. They end up really scrapping and pulled ahead. And Westmoore is a really talented team. They can be turnover prone sometimes, and that came to bite them in that second quarter. But I expect a higher scoring, more competitive second half.
Absolutely. So after two quarters, it's 15-12. We'll step aside for a few minutes here. You see the countdown. Stream's not going anywhere, and we'll rejoin you here shortly for the second half of this second semifinal. Carl Albert leads Westmoore 15-12 after two. Second half on the way shortly on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Plains Plumbing has been offering reliable commercial and residential services to the OKC metro area for over a decade. From new construction and remodeling to residential repair, they can handle jobs of all sizes. When you need a trusted name in plumbing, it's Red Plains Plumbing. Family owned and operated. Phone 405-769-1922. That's 405-769-1922.
You want to start?
I want to start a car mechanic shop.
Let's say we go to Scissor Tape.
Ready to go get some coffee?
Yeah, let's go.
You got it.
I think she was from
One,
Rose State.
2, 3.
Woo-hoo!
Congratulations, Rose State college graduates.
Experience the best wash in town at Tommy's Express. You'll love our open and bright tunnels, easy loading flat belt conveyor, unlimited membership, and free vacuums and mat washers. Experience the difference and visit Tommy's Express today.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Where sports is our middle name. We are the Oklahomas.
All right, back at the Titan Classic. Josh Calloway, Jordan Ray with you on a Friday afternoon. You know, for the second half of semifinal number 2, Carl Albert leads Westmoore 15-12. As the teams get out there, make sure we thank our third quarter sponsor, which is Rose State College. Saving money on college is easy at Rose State. Concurrent enrollment allows students to earn up to 27 tuition-free hours of college credit while still in high school. Apply today at rose.edu/concurrent.
So Carl Albert is starting out the third quarter with their non-starting lineup. If you remember what I'm talking about. They briefly had Jakari Brown not start, but she came in the game very quickly for Laney Moore.
Right, after that first possession.
Yes, she's in the game now.
So Westmoore has the ball. They're going left to right from our vantage point here above the court at Carl Albert Fieldhouse. And a turnover here forced. Nice defense by the Titans. Poked that one loose, and Jakari Brown scoops it up. So Carl Albert has it back, up by 3 as we start this second half. The winner to see Sand Springs in the championship game tomorrow. The loser have to settle for a third-place matchup against Edmond Memorial. Both games, along with every game of this tournament, can be watched, of course, live and for free here on OSN. Curry lost moment, now gets it back. Aja Moore rocket pass underneath to Plunkett. Spin move, and she got hit up high and lost the ball. She's slow getting back, and she got popped in the face. It looked like her the back of the head, maybe.
Yeah, Jakari Brown kind of stopped the play because Westmoore had a numbers advantage there.
Not sure what exactly happened there. I don't know if Plunkett was like a little groggy almost looking coming up the floor. I don't know if that was just because of purely just in some pain or
she
getting helped off the court.
She caught the pass inside and made a spin move probably before she had control of the ball, and then went up for a shot and got popped in the face, and to add insult to injury, no foul was called.
So she comes out. And in her place is Laney Moore, so back to the starting 5 now, if you want to call it that, for the Titans. That's a nice move by Prestridge in the lane there. Couldn't finish it. Rebound goes out of bounds. It will stay at this end with the Jaguars. 6:46 to play in the third. It's been a very low-scoring game, obviously. A lot of good defense. Points have been hard to come in. Not a lot of fouls, not a lot of free throws.
Carl's got to be careful. Prestridge's got a good shot there, and she can get to the paint pretty well.
Crawley misses the long 2. Titans get it back. Here's Jakari Brown trying to push this thing out, get themselves some breathing room, hanging on to a 3-point lead right now. here on their home floor. Brown spin move, trying to shake off Crawley. Feeds it off to Curry. Curry, hand off to Mitchell, lost from behind, but they're going to say that Humphrey hit her on the arm, so it'll be a foul on Westmoore.
She's definitely in foul trouble. We're not seeing what it is, though. Yeah, three. Three on number 3.
Third on Humphrey, and that's, I don't know if surprising is the right word, but there hasn't been a lot of fouls in this game. In the second quarter, neither team got to the bonus.
I'm surprised she's been a non-factor, but they got Combs does Westmoore they can bring in for her, and she's not a drop-off, really.
Mm-hmm. So Titans have it back. 2 minutes into the third. Still no points yet, but that's okay for now, at least for Carl Alberts. They have the lead. Brown trying to go down the side, and she was hit with some contact, and that's going to be another foul on Westmoore.
It's really important for Carl Albert that the guards, Brown and Curry, are able to somehow create shots for themselves or other teammates, and even if that means drawing a foul like she did there, that's a good start for them.
Second foul on Crawley. Titans have it back. A little floater shot, push shot for Brown goes in, and the Titans have got their biggest lead of the night at 5, 17-12.
It kind of goes to what I'm talking about. Very unconventional play, though, but they got a good shot on the baseline. It's going to be a foul there on Evie Mitchell.
So maybe officials may be calling it a little tighter here in this third quarter. There's a few whistles. First foul on Mitchell, first team foul on the Titans here in this third quarter.
It's not on camera right now as Audrey Plunkett is going through some type of maybe concussion-like protocol with the Carl Albert trainer.
Yeah, that could make sense.
I hope she passes.
Because I thought maybe she caught an elbow to the back of the head, maybe it was, because she came off looking very kind of just, I'm not sure if she was all there. Yeah,
a little woozy.
So hopefully she's all right. 17-12, meanwhile, your score for the Titans. Jaguars could use a bucket. Frost scoop layup comes up short, pulled in by Asha Moore. And then she's hitting fouls. That's going to be 3 fouls now on Westmoore. They got to be a little careful of getting the Titans some free throws. It's also the third foul on Combs. So
that's huge. That's just a bad foul. And, I've always enjoyed watching these girls play in these tournaments. I mean, I say always, this is their second year covering this. But I'm amazed, and we'll see this some on the boys' side. I'm not saying they don't do it. But some of the fouls you commit when you give up a defensive rebound, the other team gets the ball, and you're so upset you don't score. And you want to get that ball back so badly. And sometimes that works for you, but sometimes it leads to really bad fouls.
Yeah.
And if you're in foul trouble, you shouldn't try. You should just get back on defense.
So Combs, who was in for Humphrey, has to come out with her third foul. Cassidy Gomez replaces her for Westmoore. Meanwhile, Asha Moore's going to fire a 3. Side of the rim, no. Rebounds ran down by Prestridge. So Carl Albert's keeping Westmoore from doing anything, but they're not able to really capitalize the other side to push this out. Still leading by just 5.
At some point, you think Westmore's going to start hitting some threes. They show they can make them, but they have been cold too.
Frost, step back 3. That doesn't go.
I almost talked him into it.
I know. I was thinking right on cue, but that one didn't go.
And Frost can make those.
Curry, meanwhile, flies down the court, high off the glass, didn't fall. But a rebounding foul on Westmoore again. So they're just piling up the fouls right now. That's going to be 4 on Westmoore. The second personal against Langen. So any more the rest of the way, and that'll be bonus time for the Titans. Brown's going to go ahead and fire a really deep 3 and airballed it long. Saved, though, by Arushi right to Mitchell, who can't hit. That was a heck of an effort by Arushi. That would have been one of the slicker assists you'll ever see, but the shot didn't go, and then a foul committed here by the Titans.
Now, it's only the first on Arushi, but what does it do? It puts the Titans at 4 fouls, I believe. I mean, that's
3. It was their third. They got up there quick.
Yeah, looks like they got – okay, I'm looking at the timeouts. You're right, 3 fouls. Okay, so don't do that anymore the rest of the third quarter until you get to about a minute to go and you're still at 3.
Prestridge loses her footing, just had to get rid of it. Curry comes up with it. She's slow getting back. Titans have got numbers. Curry to the rim here. Floater shot won't quite roll home. Nice rebound, though, by Moore. Turnaround shot won't fall. That was on a circus attempt. And then Rushi and Langens get tied up. The arrow favors the Titans, so they're going to continue to keep this possession down here at this end.
I am surprised at how well Carl Albert's been able to outplay Westmoore on the offensive glass.
Yeah. Lots of multi-chance possessions
Meanwhile, the Carl Albert guards, they just can't finish, whether it's from shooting threes or attacking the paint. That's clearly
a bad foul.
A late foul there.
As Gomez comes in and kind of runs through the back.
Well, she had the right idea. She just got there late.
Yeah.
But that's going to be free throws for a team that's otherwise struggling shooting.
Right. You're having a hard time scoring buckets, getting trips to the line. Welcome. So Shelby Rushi is going to shoot 2 here.
And it's worth talking about from the Carl Albert perspective. No Skylar Anderson this tournament, as she got hurt yesterday. No reason to play her, or even try to. She's in a boot right now, so hopefully it's a type of injury she can recover from in a few days, if not longer. And also Plunkett's out right now. Those are the 2 forwards. Those are big pieces for Carl Albert. So the fact that they have this lead right now says a lot about how well they can compete.
So Rushi makes the first, misses the second. It's a 6-point lead for Carl Albert. Almost a turnover here. Good job by Crawley just to save that. Frost turnaround shot. Oh, that was nice. Banked it in. A heck of a move by D. Frost. Gets Westmoore a sorely needed bucket. Pulls him within 4. 18-14 final 3 minutes of the third. Brown over to Rushi. Bounce pass to Curry. She'll take it to the rim. Nice feed off to Mitchell, who lays it in. That's a nice pass by Curry, and then Mitchell stuck it home.
All right, so for Curry, she's had enough shooting tournaments so far. If she can find ways to create those shots, that's going to do a lot for her confidence.
Pulls up, mid-range 2 for Prestridge. Gets a friendly bounce. So the offense starting to pick up a little bit here on both sides. It's 20-16 now.
At some point, Prestridge and Frost, they will start hitting those shots that they just made consistently. So Carl Albert, we'll see if they can match them with scoring.
Brown, good ball movement, leads to an open 3 for Mitchell. Clackums!
And they do.
Bobby Lewis, 3 ball for Evie Mitchell. And the Titans lead it by 7. All of a sudden, shots are falling. Some nice-looking possessions for the Titans. They lead it by 7. Crawley trying to answer, can't. And Curry another rebound as she continues to add to that column. Titans have it back up by 7. Looking to add. Curry to the rim. Can't quite get it to fall. Rebound pulled in by Frost. And it's going to be a blocking foul called on Mitchell, getting in the way of Frost. That's the 4th on the Titans, so not the bonus yet, but will be the rest of the way in this third quarter. 3rd foul also on Mitchell, so keep an eye on that.
And she's hurt.
And she's hurt, so she has to come out. Replacing her will be Hatchett.
You really hate seeing that for Mitchell because, of course, she missed all of last year with a knee injury. I don't think it's her knee, though. I don't over-speculate on that.
Sure.
But Plunkett's back in, so that's good news. And hopefully Mitchell will be able to come back in. She's hobbling a bit, but she doesn't look too banged up.
Definitely good to see Plunkett back in the game. Crawley tried to feed the pressure, but Asha Moore breaks that up. Well, Asha Moore's done a lot of things like that, things that wouldn't necessarily show up on a stat line, but she's kind of just been in on everything.
That's what she does. She's not a scorer, but she can just do so many things, and she will score at times when she needs to.
Crawley for 3, Clackums. That was a swish. A great feed, a Bobby Lewis 3-ball, and Westmore's back within 4. There was some really timely shots for Westmoore here in this third quarter.
First 3 for Westmoore.
Yeah.
And Crawley can make it again.
Bad pass, turns it over. Crawley's got it. Fast break for Westmoore. Down the floor, feet in the corner. To the top, Prestridge. This is a long 2. Didn't go. And the rebound pulled in by Rushi.
Prestridge may go into the travel there, but doesn't matter. Carl gets the ball either way.
48 seconds to play until the end of the third. Titans lead it by 4. We'll see how aggressive they are here. It's a lot of time to kill. They did it in the first half a couple times, though. Spin move by Plunkett.
Yeah, I think they should. If Carl Albert can run it to the last shot, they should. I think Ashamore is someone who can help you with that, although she almost had that deflected by Frost.
Gets it back. More thought about the shot. Instead, she'll give it up. Under 20 seconds now to play here in the third. Titans trying to make sure they take a lead into the fourth. On their home floor in their home tournament. Trying to get to the title game tomorrow.
Now they need to go.
Plunkett to Brown, now Moore. Good look for three, side of the rim. Oh, a friendly roll. Clackam's on the Bobby Lewis 3-ball. And the Titans extend the lead back to 7. The home cooking rims help out Westmoore there. A beautiful possession to end the quarter. And Carl Albert will ride a 7-point advantage into the fourth. We'll rejoin you there. Who wants to join the finals tomorrow in Sand Springs? We'll find out shortly here in the semifinals of the Titan Classic on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
If you've lived in Oklahoma long enough, you'll know that we get extreme weather. With that extreme weather comes hail damage to your roof and an insurance claim. When that happens, there's not a better company to deal with on your insurance claim than Cantrell Roofing and Construction. Since 1987, Cantrell Roofing and Construction has proven to be the best in the business, and always remember, got hail? Call Cantrell. Call them at 405-642-8558.
Where sports is our middle name. We are the Oklahoma Sports Network.
All right, back to the Titan Classic. Josh Calloway, Jordan Ray on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Semifinal number 2. We head to the fourth quarter. Carl Albert, some big shot making to take a 7-point lead here into the fourth on their home court, trying to knock off Westmoore and set up a date with Sand Springs tomorrow in the championship. 3 here at the top of the key for Frost doesn't go. The Titans get the basketball back, looking to add on to what is already their biggest lead of the day at 7.
Carl Albert has 4 timeouts left. So Coach Ritchie has a lot to work with right now.
Yeah. Jakari Brown with the ball. Boy, that possession to end the third. Waste almost a full minute of clock and then hit a 3 right at the end as Coach's dream. Laney Moore in the paint here. Turnaround shot won't roll home. Nice rebound. Plunkett, put back, and it goes. Audrey Plunkett.
That's what she can do because she's so athletic at her height, so she can go get rebounds like that when you don't see her coming.
Biggest lead of the day for Carl Albert at 9, and a turnover by Westmoore. Feels like it's kind of slipping away from the Jaguars a bit here. You still got time, but Titans seem to have the momentum right now on their home court.
And Westmore's got Trinity Humphrey back in, and they need her to step up. And I'm really surprised. Westmoore, I thought, was going to play a little bit better than this on offense. But give credit to Carl Albert.
Moore for 3. That won't fall. Rebound, and it's going to be a foul. Laney Moore going through the back there of Frost. Make sure we get our fourth quarter sponsor in real quick here. Dynamic Health Clinic, which is up there in the corner of the screen. At Dynamic Health Clinic, Dr. Kaufman specializes in athletic injuries and is able to get athletes back in action very quickly using a system called Advanced Muscle Integration. Play better, recover faster at Dynamic Health Clinic. Fourth quarter sponsor.
1-3-1 zone for the Titans with Plunkett up top.
And a turnover here. Bad pass. A little tall looking for Frost. Couldn't handle it. The Titans get it back, leading by 9. Oh, and this ball's lost in the backcourt. I think that's a backcourt violation. Yep. It is. Oh, and that's a disagreement.
Deflected, right, and Frost. Sorry, we were talking over each other. Frost couldn't believe that.
It was disagreement. The official here that's handing the ball right now had it as a backcourt, but the official on the Carl Albert bench said it was deflected.
Yeah, Frost might be right, but not what the refs say.
Tough break there for Westmoore. So Titans get it back. Retain, I should say, up by 9. Plunkett falls down, looking for some help.
See, you save your timeouts like Coach Ritchie did. This is a good time to use it.
Yep. Yeah, 4 in the fourth quarter. You're right.
And when a player falls down, often they'll be called to travel. If I don't know what exactly goes into that. But Plunkett fell down, kept the ball. They didn't call it travel. They would have if she tried to get up with it, of course. But then it's really hard to make a pass out of that position. So that's a good timeout by Coach Ritchie there.
6:02 to play. And again, we'll kind of recap the day and look ahead to tomorrow at broadcast end. But Remind you, we're back on the air at 11 a.m. tomorrow with the 7th place game, which will be the Epic Charter School taking on Putnam City. 5th place game will be another Mid-Del action game for you as Del City takes on Bishop McGuinness. 3rd place game at 2 o'clock will be the loser here against Edmond Memorial, who was the 1 seed here. And then, of course, the championship game, which will be Sand Springs awaiting the winner of this one to wrap up the event tomorrow afternoon.
You know, if you talk about why was Sand Springs a 4 seed, people might be thinking, well, they won as they're going to call a 5 count on Carl Albert. Boy, out of a timeout, too. But that's something we have a chance to talk to when we have a stoppage again. But I think there's a good reason for it. Even though it looks like, man, they beat Edmond Memorial a 2nd time.
Right.
And they were I was really impressed with how they stayed composed after giving up that lead and winning in overtime. So just getting a higher and higher view of Sand Springs this year.
Absolutely. Got a lot of playmakers on that team. Should be a fun matchup either way in the title game tomorrow. Still waiting to see who's going to be there. Carl Albert in good shape right now, but still some work to be done. There's a foul here called on Curry. That's her 2nd, team 2nd as well. On the floor.
Titans now going man on this inbounds.
Frost will look to get it in. Just does. Just beat that 5-second count. And Curry stripped it loose from Langens. Good defense there. Forced the turnover. Titans have it back up 9.
Just really impressed with this Titan defense. I thought we would see better possessions for Westmoore than what we've seen. Good pass.
Plunket underneath. You're right. Off a great pass by Curry. And she's hit and fouled. And you're right. I mean, Westmoore offensively has never had, they got 19 points on the board. Yeah, they have not ever looked to really be in sync. They had that little stretch there in the third where the teams kind of traded buckets. Looked like maybe it was going to open up a little bit, but other than that, it's been tough sledding for the Jaguars on offense.
I'll say this about Westmoore. They're kind of a middle-of-the-road team as far as their district record goes. In their district, they've beaten Lawton Eisenhower. They've gotten beat badly by Putnam City West and UConn. So they're in the 3rd or 4th place range, but this is a 6A team playing a 6A schedule, so even though their record's close to 500, you know that they're going to be a tough team. And when I watch them play, I'm very impressed with their players. So it's just interesting Carl Albert's been able to really get some distance here.
Yeah, by now 11 points on the Titans here. Trying to move on in the championship game. Floater shot won't go. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Humphrey. And the Titans get back. And you're seeing some frustration, I think, for Westmoore now, too, of just, man, we have not been able to get any kind of offensive flow.
Evie Mitchell coming in, so good to see that she's okay.
Yep, good point. And she's got the basketball here in the backcourt. Can Carl Albert salt this one away? A little over 5 minutes to go. Brown, handoff to Aja Moore in the corner. Moore will take it. Nice feed off to Plunkett, who can't finish, but she's fouled. That's a great pass, though. Set that up.
Yeah, but good things happen when you get her the ball. I'm talking about Aja Moore.
Yeah.
And she plays well with Plunkett because when she creates, you know, Plunkett is someone who you want to get the ball to under the basket because of her athleticism and her quickness. She can really finish or get fouled.
It's the 4th foul on Abigail Combs. 2nd team foul as Plunkett hits the first one.
Now the foul Combs committed there, that's a hard one to avoid, but remember she had a silly foul earlier this half. And what's the call? Was it a lane violation on Carl Albert? I guess
the shot.
that's some players changing along the lane. Once you give the ball to the free throw shooter, if you're on the lane there, you cannot move. But I didn't catch what exactly happened there.
That was interesting. All right, so don't even get the second one. Still ahead by 12, and a turnover forced here. Curry and Laney Moore, and a great feed out to Plunkett, takes it to the rim, and finishes Essence Curry. A nice defensive play, then give her the assist. Titans now have opened it up to 14.
Unbelievable. You know what? I've been critical of Essence Curry on offense, but her defense this game has been outstanding.
Yes, it has. Ball deflected out of bounds. Will stay with the Jaguars, who just have not been able to get any kind of separation on offense. Everything's been tough. Timeout here with 4:27 to go. It's a full timeout. We'll take it with them. Titans in command. Can they finish? We'll find out shortly right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Where sports is our middle name. We are the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Have you ever seen an insurance commercial and ask yourself, are they really telling me the truth? Well, guess what? They're not.
Somebody runs a red light and you think all of a sudden their insurance company's going to be all neighborly about it? Insurance companies aren't in the business of saving you money. They're in the business of keeping your money.
So remember, save our number in your phone so when tragedy strikes,
Call Rob and Will.
Back at Carl Albert Titan Fieldhouse, Midwest City, Oklahoma, in the 2024 Titan Classic. Josh Calloway, Jordan Ray, wrapping up day 2 here. Final moments of the second semifinal. Carl Albert in command, up by 14, trying to finish this thing off. That's not going to help, though. A foul here committed by Plunkett. That's her third.
Now, to her credit, she got her second foul in the first quarter, and Plunkett has, of course, she missed a lot of the first half, but she stayed out of foul trouble this half until there. And now 3 fouls isn't, I wouldn't call it foul trouble at this point, but you got to be careful.
Prestridge has the ball, so that foul was just on the floor, obviously. Third team foul on the Titans. Here's Crawley for 3, hit one earlier, got one there. Clackam's a Bobby Lewis 3 ball. And if Westmore's going to get back into this, that's probably the way to do it. Hitting some shots from deep, cuts it down to 11 at the midway point of the fourth. Moore with it, back to Brown, that's a backcourt violation. Forcing turnovers, also probably a way to do it.
Well, we've seen how turnovers got Evan Memorial back in the game, and also Prestridge coming out. That's interesting, although she looks like she's
she kind of on that previous foul was a little banged up.
They're going to want her back out there if she's able to, but turnovers could be the great equalizer.
Here's Frost guarded by Curry, and that's going to be a foul on Curry. So that's 4 now on the Titans. So put Westmoore in the bonus the rest of the way that we play here this afternoon.
Curry's third, so now for Carl Albert, you have to be careful pressuring the ball. You never know when the refs will see enough contact to call it. It could be a very inexact science.
Westmoore has it back, down 11. Do they have a big rally in them to try and upset Carl Albert on their home floor and get to the championship game tomorrow? Humphrey with it at the elbow, almost traveled. Nice pass to Bradford, who just missed it. Humphrey, though, comes in with the board out of nowhere, but then her putback wouldn't go. Missed chance there for the Jaguars.
I feel bad for her. She's had a quiet game, and then turnover on Curry. Gotta be careful when you bounce it after that call.
I was saying the same thing.
But Westmore's going to speed him up, and they got the athletes to pressure Carl up into some turnovers. Can Westmoore score? Humphrey made a great play, but Westmoore has to go deeper to their bench now because Combs is in foul trouble. If Combs was the one receiving that backdoor pass, I think she would have made the layup.
3:10 to go. Westmoore has the ball, down 11, trailed by as much as 14. Langens hangs it off to Bradford.
That's easily an illegal screen on Humphrey.
Offensive foul. You're right. Humphrey is just it's just kind of been one thing after another.
She's just too late, and she holds her arms up, which girls are supposed to do. They're supposed to have their arms up when they screen, but she just came too late.
Contact there, no whistle. It's a third team foul on Westmoore, by the way. Now with foul on the Jaguars there. By the way, so Crawler picked up their fourth, but then at some point they took it off the board. I'm not sure why. But they're listed as having 3 now, again. So they have one more to give, assuming that's accurate, which I assume it is.
Tough foul for the Jaguars because they want to pressure, and then they call a foul away from the ball as if Westmoore was doing some type of hack-a-shack on Essence Curry. But now we have is that Langham's looking like who, me? Double foul. Oh, double foul.
Double foul, all
which
right.
That's one way to not get free throws off a foul when it's a double foul. But both teams get a team foul.
So they're both in the bonus now, for
Yeah.
sure, no matter how you slice it. That's also the 4th charge against Curry. Keep that in mind. Oh, look at this. She leaked out, but there's another whistle away from the ball back in the backcourt.
It's like Brown got fouled again. We're seeing Nicolette Langham's foul away from the ball, and she's fouled out.
She's fouled out, yeah. She racked those
That
up
was also
quick.
her fourth, yeah.
So Nicolette Langens is fouled out of the ball game.
Boy, That's to disappoint Essence Curry. She had a
wide open layup.
Wide open layup, yeah.
It's a great cut.
She's had trouble shooting this last 2 days, so that would have been good for her to get a layup in and start maybe getting a rhythm. But now it's up to Jakari Brown to try to keep the distance for the Titans, and she does.
Got the first one, pushes it back out to 12 to Jakari Brown at the free throw line. Can add on another one here. She does.
It's pretty good. I mean, again, the guards for Carl Albert have not shot well, so to make free throws in that situation, that's an important thing for them to be able to do.
13-point lead, and a turnover here is not going to help Westmore's cause as Plunkett picks it up. And they can slow play it.
That's what Plunkett can do. When you put her on the top of a zone, she has a lot more length and reach than most players you'll play against in a 1-3-1 defense.
Moore feeds it over left side to Brown, to the top Plunkett. Titans are on the cusp here. They can certainly taste it. Up by 13 as we near the final 2 minutes. Curry crossover move, will drive, now backs it out. Right side to Moore. Laney Moore, I should say. Got to specify. Spin move for Plunkett. Carl Albert's melting that clock away.
And now they're going to call another timeout. You're under 2 minutes. You got 3 timeouts. Again, not a bad idea to use one to save your possession because Plunkett did not have the ball in a good spot there.
No doubt about it. So 1:55 to go. Timeout for the Titans to retain the possession. It is a full timeout, so we'll go ahead and take it too. Titans closing in. Can they finish on the Oklahoma Sports Network?
Where sports is our middle name. We are the Oklahoma Sports Network.
When it comes to your home, you need someone that you can trust to keep it safe and protected for you and your family.
Vesta Foundation Solutions is your local, family-owned company that has helped many homeowners fix and protect their homes.
Our engineered solutions can take care of all of your foundation repair, basement waterproofing, concrete leveling, and dirt crawl space repair needs.
We take pride in getting the job done right, and you'll always be protected with up to a 75-year warranty.
Contact us today for a free estimate.
Back to the Titan Classic on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Josh Calloway, Jordan Ray on hand in Midwest City. 1:55 to go in the second semifinal. Carl Albert trying to finish the job and get to the championship game on their home floor. Aja Moore. Bounce pass over to Jakari Brown. Titans with the ball, up 13.
Is Westmoore going to trap?
Brown's guarded by Crawley. Feeds it over to Moore. Now she's hit and fouled by Prestridge. And so some free throws coming here for Jakari Brown with only 1:35 to go.
Prestridge had the right idea there. Use her size to try to deflect the pass. She's got several inches on Brown, but the execution wasn't great because she just kept charging into her. You need to be able to step and stop. Step into her space, but not all the way.
First free throw is good for Brown. Ties their biggest lead of the night at 14. Now they can obviously go even bigger at 15 if this one falls, and it does.
Just really impressive holding Westmoore to 22 points.
Yeah, defense is where Carl Albert, assuming they held on, won this one, obviously. 22 points, all the Jaguars have been able to muster.
And they really like this 1-3-1 defense with Plunkett up top, and it's not hard to see why.
Frost takes it to the rim. Contact and a foul going to be called on Laney Moore here, so D. Frost will get some free throws.
One of those where a different ref or in a different situation, you may have seen that call to charge, but it's kind of goes either way. The Laney Moore is a load, though. Frost ran into her, and she looks a little banged up from it.
Free throw rolls off.
Probably still feeling it.
Moore and Rushi come out for the Titans. Back in comes Jakari Brown and Evie Mitchell.
All right, let's talk a little bit about, I'm going to go and do this, Carl Albert Sand Springs for the championship.
Yeah.
So Sand Springs is a 4 seed. That's definitely true. The reason why is I don't think they didn't want Sand Springs to play Putnam City. because Putnam City's in the same district in the first round. So it makes sense why they got bumped down a seed.
Makes sense. Should be a great game tomorrow.
Yes. And the fact that Evie Mitchell got hurt but came back is real important because, as we saw against Del City, Sand Springs pressure can be relentless. And you need your guards healthy and in fine form. Of course, Carl Albert's going to really miss Skylar Anderson. But with Evie Mitchell now, and she was playing as a freshman a couple of years ago, so you know she's a good player. You need more than 2 guards handling that pressure from Sand Springs.
That game will be at 3:30 tomorrow, the final game of the 2024 Titan Classic. The two of us will be on the mic for it. Look forward to it. Should be a lot of fun. Championship game tomorrow. And as for these Westmoore Jaguars, barring obviously a huge comeback here, down 15, they'll have to deal with Ed Memorial, which is not, it's kind of one of those putting salt in the wound a little bit. Yeah. Not that, St. Springs, clearly they're also very talented as well, but you're thinking at least if we're not in the championship game, we're not playing the number 1 seed, but you are.
Well, it's probably good for Westmoore. Again, losing these games for 5A and 6A teams doesn't hurt them in playoff seedings. That's the thing about Bishop McGinnis being in this. Them winning against Putnam City does matter because they're still in 4A.
Right. Need the resume. That'll be the
if you beat
5th place game tomorrow. Bishop McGinnis taking on Del City tomorrow.
If you beat a 6A team, even if they have a losing record, if they have a good reputation like Putnam City, that should help Bishop McGinnis in the eyes of whoever's voting on them because they're currently not ranked in 4A, which is shocking.
First free throw, no good for Curry. Obviously, Titans are certainly on their way here to punching their ticket to the championship game tomorrow on a date with the Sand Springs Sandites. And it'll be Westmoore and Edmond Memorial tomorrow in the 3rd place game. Should be a heck of a championship game. Sand Springs has played really, really well these last couple of days, outlasting Del City and then taking down Edmond Memorial. Let's see if they can complete the trifecta and knock off Carl Albert tomorrow, or do the Titans protect home floor and win their home tournament?
All right, so I'm going to go and see, Josh, if we're on the same page when it comes to player of the game. So our Eastside Church of Christ player of the game, who are you thinking?
Probably, what do you think, Aja Moore?
Yes. I didn't want to, not that I didn't want to do it, but she won it yesterday. But Plunkett played really well for Carl Albert this half, but she missed a lot of the first half.
You can spread the love. Yeah. It can go either way. But you're right. Yeah.
Asha Moore does so much for this team.
Yeah, she was everywhere in this game. Some very timely rebounds and stops. Had that big three-pointer as well.
Like a jump ball was forced, so Carl Albert, we'll see if they let him run out the clock. But yes, Asha Moore, back-to-back Eastside Church of Christ Player of the Game awards from us.
Tell you more about Eastside Church of Christ in just a moment as these final seconds get ready to tick off. Carl Albert, 41-23. This game was a three-point game at halftime. They blew this thing open in the second half. Led by their defense, some timely shot making, an impressive performance in the second half of the Titans. And they are going to the championship game in their home tournament and a date with the Sand Springs Lady Sandites tomorrow. That's going to be a fun matchup. So to reiterate, our Eastside Church of Christ player of the game was Aja Moore. And the Eastside Church of Christ in Midwest City believes in loving Jesus by loving their neighbors. They invite you to join them Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. for Bible class with song and praise beginning at 10 a.m. If you can't make it Sunday mornings, you're invited to study with them at 7 p.m. on Wednesdays. Check out their live and recorded streams on YouTube and find more information on their website at eastsidechurchofchrist.info. The Eastside Church of Christ at 916 South Douglas Boulevard in Midwest City. So, Jordan, Carl Albert wins it. They're 41-23. They go to the championship game tomorrow. We'll be on the call for it.
Yep.
Sand Springs, Carl Albert. Early thoughts. I mean, you didn't get to, you weren't on the mic with me, but you watched that game, obviously, and you did the game yesterday with Sand Springs, Del City. So, what do you think?
The only team I'm not going to know anything about is Edmond Memorial because I'm going to miss all their games. But, first of all, it's worth mentioning when we talk about Asha Moore, she is a Division I athlete. She's going to play softball at North Texas.
Yeah.
And so you can see basketball's her second sport, but you can see the athletic ability there. And as far as the matchup goes, obviously a lot depends on how you defend the best guard, the players, period, but definitely the best guard for Sand Springs. Do you recall her name? We don't have her name with us on the roster at the moment. But was it Barry? Or was that one of number 2?
For Sand Springs?
Yes.
Well, today, Corey Wilson's.
Wilson, okay.
She went insane.
I don't know why I was
today.
thinking Barry.
Yeah.
That's their coach, actually. So, Wilson, if you try to pressure them, Wilson could probably score in ways that no one from Westmoore could. So that's going to be important. But also, and I already talked about this, how you handle the relentless pressure that Sand Springs can put on. We saw Del City wilt against that. One of the reasons why is you try to beat a press by throwing the ball to the middle, and if that player who catches it tries to dribble, those Westmoore players immediately attack her from behind. You have to beat it with passing. So we'll see how Carl Albert can handle that. At some point, if they play well and they're competitive, you will see a lot of pressing from Sand Springs. So that will be the challenge for the Titans. And, they haven't won this tournament in several years, and I don't think they've won it yet when Coach Ritchie was here. So this is going to be the last chance for Asha Moore as a senior, and this is going to be another chance for them to win a tournament on their home floor. They win tournaments in other places, but obviously it's a tough one here because Emma Memorials and then teams like that, and now Sand Springs. So interesting matchup, and we'll see if the Titans can figure it out, or if Sand Springs, it's their first year in the tournament, if they'll come home the champions.
Absolutely. It should be a lot of fun. Look forward to that game tomorrow. It's been a great tournament, as it always is. The Titan Classic. It's been fun to bring it to you, and we'll finish on a high note tomorrow. Yeah, Kari Wilson was tremendous in their win over Ed Memorial in overtime today. Slowing her down, that matchup, her, Aja Moore, these guards, it's going to be a lot of fun tomorrow. There's lots of fun matchups, and we'll break that down and talk about that more tomorrow, of course. Thanks so much for tuning in. Day 2 in the books. Jordan, get some rest. One more day for you. It's been quite the workload of last year, but it's still a lot of games. And we'll be back finishing on a high note tomorrow with Day 3, Championship Saturday, and that Sand Springs Carl Albert game, the ultimate prize tomorrow. The Titans try to win this tournament on their home floor. At the end of the day, no matter what it is, it's a championship game. There's a trophy on the line. You want to win it, and that's where we're going to be at tomorrow. Should be a fun game. Carl Albert, Sand Springs. Hopefully everybody tuned in joins us then tomorrow. That's it for us. We'll be back tomorrow, 11 a.m. with the 7th place game. Epic taking on Putnam City Original. And that'll start the day of a quadruple header of action on the Oklahoma Sports Network. We'll see you guys then. For Jordan Ray, I'm Josh Calloway signing off from Carl Albert Fieldhouse in Midwest City. We'll see you guys tomorrow for the 3rd and final day of the 2024 Titan Classic. Good night, everybody.
Thanks for watching this presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.